like anything else, I'd go to the gym, I'd be kind of drained out, like, okay, I gotta get started. Takes me a couple sets of my first few workouts to really be like, okay, now I'm ready, my heart rate's up, I'm ready to go. When I started doing the cold showers, I was ready to go before I even got to the gym. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome into my channel, Holistic Balance. I am Kevin Fetish. This is the channel where we help you live a healthier and more balanced life. Today I want to talk to you about bulletproofing your morning routine and how you can start each and every day on the right steps to make each day successful. Now, I'm sure all of you have heard the saying before, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. But the caveat there is how we start each and every day can either set you on the path towards success or failure. It can set you up to either handle stress in a positive way or a negative way. It can leave you feeling energized and ready to take on the day or dreading the very next thing that comes. So today I want to discuss with you exactly what I do for my morning routine and how you can incorporate it into your day and start seeing immediate success. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So to make this simple and easy to remember, the acronym we're going to use is P.M.E.D. That's P.M.E.D. Those stand for P, physical, M, mental, E, easy, and D, difficult. So we're going to dive right into what each and every one of those means a little bit more and how I use this in my daily morning routine. First, we start with the P, which stands for physical. That means right when you wake up, you want to do something that's good for your physical health. What I do personally is I keep a bottle of water next to my bed, about 24 ounces. First thing in the morning, when I get up, I take that water, I drink it down as quickly as I can. You don't need to chug it, obviously, but you can go ahead and try and drink that as quickly as you can. Not only is it good to drink water first thing in the morning, but you'll essentially kickstart your metabolism. So those of you who are trying to lose weight, it's a good way to kickstart the metabolism and get you set off on the right foot for the day. Helps clean out the toxins from the night before. Listen, as each and every one of us is sleeping, it's the longest we go where our bodily processes slow down, we're not consuming anything, and our body starts to develop a lot of toxins from the day before, from the stress levels to the foods that we eat, whatever it may be. So being able to drink the water first thing in the morning is very important to helping to flush out and clean those toxins. Now, the type and quality of water that you intake is extremely important for several reasons. As I said before, we're made up of about 75% water, so the quality of water you're intaking is very important. We try to avoid tap water when at all possible because there are a lot of contaminants and microbacteria that may be in tap water. If you actually go online, there are a lot of different sites you can go to enter in your zip code or city and location to see what type of pollutants or microbacteria may be in your tap water in your area. Highly recommend getting a filter to take that out. There's a lot of really good filters out there, like the Kangen water filter is extremely good. I use a company called Clearly Filtered. Helps filter out a lot of different things, and it's a convenient little pitcher. It's not like the Brita filters. I don't want to badmouth any company, but the Brita filters really aren't that great. They are good at removing a few things, but not all the things. And if you are going to be consuming the proper amount of water each and every day, it is vitally important to have the proper filtered and quality water available to you. I can certainly do a couple videos on that, and I'll actually put a link to the company that I use for my filtered water. This is not sponsored. They don't sponsor me, although if they ever get a hold of this, I would love to work with them on that. But you can actually take a look and see. Again, I use a little water filter pitcher, and I'm able to get high quality water each and every day with all the pollutants filtered out of it. Moving on to the second part, which is M, which is mental. Do something good for your mental health. This is where I build in my morning gratitude and morning prayer. And the great thing about this too is you can even build this into step one, or when you're drinking the water in the morning. That's the first thing I do. I grab my water. As I'm drinking the water, I close my eyes and I start thinking about some of the things that I'm thankful for. Now, if you're anything like me, when you start doing this, after a few days, I mean, we go over the things that we're thankful for, like, oh, I'm thankful for my health, I'm thankful for my friends, my family, my job, whatever it may be. And after a few days, we might find ourselves essentially repeating the same things over and over. And it's like, well, is this really all that I'm thankful for? So I want to give you a little bit of a tip and some advice when doing the gratitude. Pick something small and then elaborate on it more and more. So for instance, if you get up in the morning like I do, I have a glass of water. It's a glass bottle as well that I bought from the store. So as I'm drinking the water, I'm thankful for the water. Okay, let's go beyond that. I'm thankful for the filter that I have that gives me access to clean quality water. I'm thankful for the bottle that the water is in. I'm thankful for the people who were involved in creating and shipping the filter to me that gave me access to the quality water. I'm thankful for the person who invented this particular filter and gave us all access to the clean quality water. I'm thankful for the company who manufactures the glass bottles so I don't have to drink from plastic. And I have that to put my water in and drink. And soon you'll find you can trace that back more and more and more and more. And that really starts to cultivate a true sense of gratitude. And you start to actually view things a little bit differently throughout your day. You start to find yourself a little more grateful for things, from as great as, having your family around, to something as small as just having access to a utensil when eating food. You start to really open up these new brain waves to, wow, I really am grateful for a lot more things. I know myself, again, when I started with this, or even when I started my gratitude journal, I went through the basics: friends, family, health, God. And then I'd sit there and say, oh, well, what else am I thankful for? And this type of exercise helps to really cultivate a sense of deep, sincere gratitude that really sets you up for the day. If you can start your day in a sense of gratitude, you'll find throughout the day things that maybe caused a lot of stress in your life, or things you started to have a more negative emotion towards, tend to actually go away. You start to change that mindset, and changing that mindset is really the biggest difference from where we are and where we need to be. It may not be our financial situation. It may not be the relationships we have. It may just very well be the mindset that we have towards the things that are already in our life. So try and build that in. Again, M for mental is the second step. You can build that right in. How I personally do it, I start by drinking the water. As I'm drinking the water, I start to cultivate, what am I grateful for? I'm grateful for the day. I'm grateful for my health. All these different things. I do this for probably about 5 minutes to really get a sense of cultivating gratitude. And then I go right to my Bible. What I do is I open up my Bible, and then I also open up the Bible app on my phone. I have the audio from the Bible app going, and then I follow along in my phone, or I follow along in my Bible. This is really good for me. I know, especially in the morning, sometimes you may not be fully awake and ready to focus. So reading something, you can almost get a relaxing feeling to where you want to fall back asleep again. So this really helps me, and it also helps me retain a lot of information as well. If I can hear it from an auditory standpoint and then also consume it visually as I'm reading it, it helps me to remember certain things. So again, drink the water, then I cultivate a sense of gratitude, and then I go and I read a few chapters of my Bible to start my day. Really sets me up in the proper way. Now let's move on to the third step in the process, which is E, which stands for easy. And this means complete one easy task for the day. I don't know about you, and a lot of people loathe doing this, which I certainly understand. However, it really is an easy task, and one of the easiest tasks you can do in the morning is make your bed. Shouldn't take you more than a minute or two to get your bed in order, make it look good. Now, there's a lot of different reasons why you actually want to make your bed that are beneficial. There's a sense of organization. There's a sense of when you get done with the day and you walk in your bedroom and you're getting ready to lay down, the fact that things are neat and put together actually sets you up for being able to have a more successful night of sleep. You can optimize the quality and consistency of that sleep just by doing these simple things. Now, I know some of you out there, maybe you are married, you have a loved one, and you're sleeping with them. Maybe you get up at a different time than they do, so making the bed isn't feasible for you. Find anything that you would consider an easy task. Get up, take some clothes out that you're going to use for the day. I personally do this before I go to bed every night, so I have that ready, but maybe that's something for you. Maybe it's something as simple as, hey, I'm not going to drink coffee first thing in the morning. I usually have that an hour, hour and a half after I get up, but I'll go take a mug out, get it set up, get the coffee pot and machine set up, and have it ready, so all I have to do is click the button. Something that's just a very easy task. By starting to actually do something that's a task you should be doing, this cultivates momentum for the rest of your day. This gets you in a position where you're able to start to almost develop that rhythm of, okay, now I've completed one task, what's the next task? I don't know if any of you are like me. This happens every week when I go to clean my place. You know, you sit there dreading, I don't want to clean, I don't want to clean. Then you start cleaning, you get a little bit cleaned. Next thing you know, several hours go by and you're cleaning everything. You can't just stop with a little bit. You start going, okay, now I need to clean this, now I need to clean this. And you've cultivated that rhythm, but all it took was starting. So again, E stands for easy. That's the third step in the process. Complete one easy task. So now let's move on to the final step, which is D, stands for difficult. That is complete one difficult task for the day. Again, not only cultivating a rhythm of momentum to get you going, but if you can complete something that's difficult first thing in the morning, then it can really set you up to be able to handle the stresses throughout the day. Now, the difficult task, it can be different for everyone. What it is for me is I take a cold shower. First thing in the morning, and no matter how many times I do it, that first sensation of the cold water hitting my body is not a very pleasant feeling. However, I know the benefits to it. There are physical benefits, there are mental benefits to it, and again, completing that difficult task allows me to really say, okay, well, if I did this first thing in the morning, I can take on a lot of these other things throughout the day that maybe normally I stress about and overthink about. So again, for me, the difficult task is jumping in a cold shower. I do that for about 3 to 5 minutes every single morning, and this really sets me up ready to go. Again, the difficult task for you, maybe it's not a cold shower, maybe it's starting to do some stretches or getting in a little bit of a workout. This is all something I do personally before I head to the gym because it really sets me up for success at the gym to put in a really good workout. You know, whether you go to work early in the morning, go to the gym, whatever you do to really start your day and get going, a lot of times I know we can have this mentality of, oh, I just woke up, I'm tired, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. And once you have that attitude, it takes a long time from when you start whatever task, workout, your actual job, whatever it may be. It takes a while for you to really wake up and be like, okay, now I'm in it. Now I'm at work. Now I'm starting to work. It's been an hour, hour and two. I'm awake. Okay, now I can get in the rhythm of things. This will help you set it up so the moment you clock in for work or the moment you go to start your workout, you've already got that energy going. It's proven to be quite successful in my life, and I know it can be very successful in your life. So let's go ahead and repeat those again. We have P.M.E.D. That's P, which stands for physical. Do something good for your physical health. Mine is having a glass of water next to my bed, so I drink that as soon as I get up. I think it's also important to have room temperature water, especially if you're going to guzzle it down relatively quickly. If you do cold water, I know that can be a little more difficult to chug down. If you can't do room temperature water and you want to do cold, that's fine. You also don't have to have 24 ounces of water like I do. One of the reasons I go that high is because I am getting ready to go to the gym after I do my morning routine. Head to the gym at about 5 a.m. and I want to make sure that I am well hydrated before I even start my workout. So again, I would say if you have at least 8 to 10 ounces, that would be good. But anything above that, again, you don't want to go a gallon of water first thing in the morning, of course. Kind of tailor that to your liking, but have at least 8 to 10 ounces of water. This is something I think is good for every single person to do. First thing when they wake up, go ahead and drink the water. Number 2, M for mental. Do something good for your mental health. It's important we cultivate a rhythm of motivation and gratitude to really set us up for the day. So going through what you're grateful for, you can start with just a couple things. Start with a minute. I think it's important to have a gratitude journal, something you can write in daily so you can keep track of the things you're grateful for, and try and switch it up every single day so you're doing something that's a little bit different. So it's not just, again, every day I'm grateful for friends, family, health. Dive into it. Pick something that you are grateful for and then spend the next week, 2 weeks, and add on to it. As I said with the water, grateful for the water, grateful for the filter, the people who made the filter, the people who invented the filter, the people who made the water bottle, the people who are responsible for driving trucks to ship the glass to me or to ship the filter to me. And you can really go almost in an endless pattern, just taking something small and tracing all the things that are involved in creating it, inventing it, getting the idea out, getting it to stores for you to be able to buy it in, the people who are responsible for getting it there. And again, when you start to cultivate this rhythm and this momentum and idea of gratitude, you start to really get a much more positive and uplifting feeling, which helps get rid of that mindset that I told you earlier, where when we wake up, it's like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to go to work, I don't want to work out, I don't want to do any of this. When you start to feel grateful, you transition from I don't want to do this to I get to do this. And it's much more, it's much easier for you to be able to take on that task. Number 3, again, E for easy, easy task. For me, it's making the bed. It's the easiest thing I can think of when I wake up in the morning. Again, I know the last thing we want to do is actually something right after we get up. But if you drink some water, go through your gratitude, do a little morning prayer or reading the Bible, and then making your bed, you're really starting to set yourself up for success. And then the final one, D for difficult. Completing one difficult task is very important to add on to the easy task, because now you've set forth 2 tasks you've completed for the morning. One is easy and one is difficult. You've cultivated a rhythm of gratitude, which gives you a much more uplifted, positive feeling. And you've done something good for your mental health and your physical health. So you do these 4 things each and every morning, you will find immediately that throughout the day, how you react to things, how you view certain things, the energy levels that you have throughout the day become so much easier to deal with. Again, the difficult task for me is taking a cold shower. That's something that, again, I do this each and every morning. Not 100% of the time. There certainly are times that I miss. But no matter how many times I do it, no matter how many times I know how beneficial it is, when you first wake up in the morning and you're getting hit with something cold, like cold water, it is not the most pleasant feeling in the world. But there are numerous benefits to it. Aside from just completing a difficult task and saying, hey, first thing when I wake up, when my motivation to do things is at its absolute lowest, If I'm able to complete that, I know what it sets me up for success throughout the day. But you add on top of that, there are a lot of health benefits as far as boosting your immune system by taking a cold shower. So it's super beneficial for many reasons, but just being able to complete it for that difficult task really sets you up for success. I actually started doing the cold showers, again, not just to complete a difficult task, but to see how it would work when I'd go to the gym in the mornings. Again, like anything else, I'd go to the gym, I'd be kind of drained out, like, okay, I gotta get started. Takes me a couple sets of my first few workouts to really be like, okay, now I'm ready, my heart rate's up, I'm ready to go. When I started doing the cold showers, I was ready to go before I even got to the gym. So when I had that energy, I was able to start my workouts better, which again, as I said in the beginning of this video, they say it's not how you start, it's how you finish, which is true, but how you start can really set you up to finish in the best way possible. So go ahead and try this technique out. Once again, P.M.E.D, P for physical, M for mental, E for easy, D for difficult. Do something good for your physical health, something good for your mental health, something that's an easy task, and something that's a difficult task. These 4 things, and I promise you, immediately you will start to see differences, not only in your mornings, but throughout the entire day. So I hope you like this video. I would love to see what it does for you or what benefits you started seeing from that. If you like this content, please like the video, subscribe, comment below. Again, I would love to hear from each and every one of you. If you did decide to do this, what did it do for you? Did you notice any differences? If you didn't do any of the suggestions I did for physical, mental, easy task, difficult task, what did you come up with? Maybe there's some new things we can pass along to the rest of the community, and I would love to hear from you. Hope you're having a beautiful and blessed day no matter when you're listening to this video. Thank you again, as always, for tuning on in, and can't wait to see you next time.